Good morning and welcome. This is The Beautiful Game on a Saturday morning. It's the first day of November 2025. Happy New Month. Happy New Month, Hafiz. Happy New Month, Thursday. It's good to have you. Pass Gibam. Just pass Gibam there. You think don't go around. You don't go around.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, when did we start 2025 that? We, like, it don't end.
To be honest, yesterday I was just reminiscing because I was like, 2025 is almost ending. I know how I started 2025.
Yeah.
And now we're already in the 11th month. Now, you know, at the beginning of the year, we're thinking, okay, AFCON is just 5 weeks. Now, AFCON is just less than 2 months.
Less than
it's 50
weeks.
days.
It's in
yes,
weeks.
it's in weeks now.
Yeah.
The latest countdown I saw, 49 days or so. It's already AFCON. You go Morocco.
Oh, wow. You don't show like mad.
You sure?
Yeah, sure.
Seriously?
You don't show.
We gonna cook with that now.
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
That would be nice. We'll have our own correspondent, Toyosi. But you just jump into Toyosi's DM if you want to be a partner with Toyosi concerning AFCON. Toyosi, just give me your handle. What's your handle?
Well, for my handle, you go on Instagram, _Toyosi _Lion. And of course, on Twitter, you find Toyosi 4 Lion. TOYOSI 4 LAYAN. That's
very
it.
good. Toyosi is going to be there. You just hit him up on that social media handle, and then he, of course, will partner with you. Any brand that you want, visibility and everything in Morocco. He will also be giving us live updates, and he will be there, of course, for the Nations Cup. Hafiz is also here. Yeah. While Toyosi will be there giving us there, we will be here coordinating things.
Of course.
No banter.
Don't worry. Never know. Maybe World Cup, all of us will just go. We just go.
Of course.
World Cup,
who says no?
You know matter whether Nigeria qualify or not qualify.
No. We go qualify. We'll qualify.
Because that Gabon,
No. I'm not scared of Gabon, to be honest. I'm just looking at if we scale through Gabon and we face Cameroon. It's a rivalry. But the last 4 to 5 games, we've gotten the better of Gabon, even DR Congo themselves. So Gabon never won before now.
But do you know that even if we negotiate Gabon or DR Congo, we are still going to do Intercontinental?
That one is very simple because we have...
I think it's only one match we'll play there.
Yes.
Because of our seeding.
Because of our seeding.
I know it's supposed to be 2, but because of our seeding,
so
we are already high. So we're just... There are 6 teams.
Yeah.
They are looking for 2 spots.
2 spots, yes.
So it is 2-2. Those 2 come and play 1-1, and then the winner will just come out. So it's only one match we play there.
Yeah, that's no semi-final.
Yeah.
Then if we go to the final, then we don't qualify with that.
But the question is, can we... Looking at the squad, looking at how far the qualification started.
12 days to Gabon.
You can't use one match to start getting confidence. Because you defeated Benin probably 4-0 now. You now think that you can... If they carry that
well into that game against
Rwanda
too. You know, under Eric Shaw, we haven't lost any game. The only game we've drawn has to be that South African game. So there is something to be... Okay, you might not
but
play
even
convincing.
Under the others, it's only one we've lost. The whole qualifiers.
Exactly.
Only one
we only lost one.
We have had draws, plenty draws. Under Eric Shaw, we've drawn only 2 games. That's Zimbabwe game. We could have not drawn that game.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you that.
But this time around, it's not about we cannot.
It's a knockout game now.
What could have done, should have, could have, and would have. This time we are playing in a neutral ground.
But looking
there's
at
no
it,
Uyo,
but looking at it now, we're facing Gabon. Gabon are known to concede a lot of goals. We have only conceded one.
Score goals.
We've only conceded 1 goal.
I think they have a player who finished 3rd in the goal scorer rankings. They have Denis Bouanga. Aubameyang is still scoring, and our defense too can be shaky at times.
At times, you said at times, but this time around,
what if you get shaky on that day?
What if we outscore them? What if we outscore them on that day?
Okay, but do you know that on a lighter note now, Nigerians are actually praying for one man. It's not that they are praying for the whole squad. They are praying for one man. If the whole squad is fit, but that man is not fit, Nigeria has a problem.
People, I've heard that debate. People have been talking about that debate online. Is Nigeria a one-man team? Is there not? For the fact that it's even a debate, yes, 1,000%, Nigeria is entirely reliant on Victor Osimhen at the moment. And it's not even a debate.
Yeah.
Take out Victor Osimhen's goals from our qualification.
Okay, so
exactly.
I have...
And what is a one-man team? And people go about one man. Of course, we know that football is 11 people that play. Yeah. But we just know that there's one person that is so important.
That can get the goal.
Last season, it was Salah. Liverpool was a one-man team. Take off Salah from that team.
But if they do not work for him, they don't work for him.
That's for the goals, right?
No, you see, for Osimhen, they don't need to work for him. I'm telling you, because that's why we have other strikers performing badly with the Super Eagles.
There's something happening.
Our creativity is rubbish.
Yeah.
So he knows how to push. He knows how to make things happen on his own.
The chaos will there.
Exactly. And that's why he is performing. That's why he's likened to a Drogba. Then Drogba didn't need everybody to be too
Lampard
creative.
He doesn't even need the 10.
He
that will
doesn't
be
need you to
spreading
be
the passes.
creative. He will
Just-
make the team for himself. You just put it where Drogba dey. Oh, yeah,
Just
how
put
many
the
dem be?
ball.
Just put the ball.
Then the chest
Drogba
and
go
busy
find way
defender.
reach am. You understand? So you know.
but Lookman is also back amongst the goals. He scored his first goal.
Oh, he did a super goal, I must say.
And it's been in that kind of situation where in this season, but you know the mental thing is not there, and now the yellow card is not there for Gabon. It's going to come play, and I think during the qualifiers were undone by lack of Vieira, and this one there'll be Vieira. So
All right. Okay. So now let's move on straight to the NPFL. Let's take a look at the Nigeria Professional Football League. We have some of the fixtures there, but it's going to be quite an interesting weekend. Of course, I think when it comes to it will be Kwara United will be taking on Remo Stars. Remo Stars, of course, just coming off the continent.
The whitewashing.
The whitewashing
the
continent.
whoopings
You
was
know, Bendel Insurance will take on Warri Wolves. Shooting Stars, of course, will be up against Katsina United. El Kanemi Warriors will take Enugu Rangers. It will be Korodu City against Kon Khalifa. Bayelsa United will take on Plateau United. Barao will take on Wiki Tourist. Rivers United will go up against Nasarawa United. Eyimba will take on Kanu Pillars. Niger Tornadoes will take on Abia Warriors.
That name Barrows.
Maybe they can steal 3 points, huh?
No, 3 months. All right, but let's talk about your pick here. What is your pick of fixtures?
I think it has to be Kwara United versus Remo Stars. It's a very big game. Both of them competed on the continent, and in the first round, I think Kwara United lost in the first round. Remo Stars in the second round. Yeah. But one thing I think I want to look at is the fact that Kwara United are coming in with a new coach, and they got an away point last weekend. Yeah. This time around, can they defeat Remo Stars again? I remember Remo Stars have not defeated Kwara United at home. I mean, at the Lorin Township Stadium. Yeah. They've not defeated Kwara United in a very, very long time. Then also, Remo Stars, they need to come back to the top of the table. The league, the Champions League fixtures, affected them. Yeah. Daniel Ogumode is back. He's not with the Super Eagles currently until maybe when they travel to Morocco for the games. He needs to, do something. This will be his last game with the squad before they begin to travel to Morocco for the Super Eagles course. The assistant coach also.
I want to ask a question on that. Sorry, quickly. I think is this that role of him being the assistant coach of the Super Eagles and trying to negotiate that with this club? Won't that be affecting him and putting the club, in a sort of I don't know?
Well, we've seen it with Ragnick.
That would be like a distraction.
At the point, Ragnick was doing. I think it was doubling. Was trying to double Austria. And United.
It was a technical director. I think that one is a bit different.
Yeah.
Being the assistant manager.
And another place that I've seen it has to be EA Sport FC, where they will give you offer to come and coach.
Oh yes, I think that when it comes to national team and club, it can be managed. I think it's possible. We've seen managers do it, but in recent times,
Giggs did it.
Far back there we used to have player managers. We don't see that as much now. Yeah. The last player manager I can remember was Gianluca Vialli for Chelsea.
Yeah. There was one for Burnley, Benmi.
Okay,
Benmi,
yeah, but the most notable had to be Vialli of Chelsea. That time,
Giggs also.
You see, I'm wrong. I
think George did it at some point.
But then you see, it takes the other people around you to pick up the bar when you're not around, and it takes a team. It takes the people on the national side, the people on the club side. But I think it's possible. I think it's something that can be managed. Yeah. But looking at it now in the Nigerian sector, I think it's affecting.
It's affecting because it is the national team and the club. You can have player manager for just the national team, right? And you can have player manager for just the club. But this time, it's tactics for the country, for the national team, and then for the club. I think you should just find a balance and stay in one place.
One thing I know about this role is that it doesn't exactly play too much in the selection of things in the squad. Why? Right? Because Eric Shaw brought his assistant from France, and they are the ones that whenever you attend training, they are the ones that take over the tactical sessions. What Daniel and Fidelis do, I don't want to say they have reduced them to ball boys.
But that's what they are now. No, it is what it is.
To be honest,
serious, you cannot give a coach his assistants. You can't. He has to pick people that work with him.
Yeah.
That's a big people that work with him, people that think as he does. How Ogumode and how Shell, how they come together. They're coaching. This is not the same. So maybe you can say for the local boys to give input, tactical input once, but they cannot.
You cannot have big
coaches.
And I don't think they should even be there. It's something that they can do from their own side. But speaking of the NPFL, I think another game. You mentioned something earlier where you said Rivers United should be getting a win. Nasarawa United,
back-to-back loss,
But remember that Real United, I think the last home game they lost to Bielsa.
Because they were practicing, they said they were practicing. They were preparing for Champions League.
I understand, but this time around, so they still have that continental commitments, to handle. Though it's not anytime soon.
Now.
Yeah, but then the players too might be, still be. I don't know, maybe reveling in their moments and everything. But I'm sure Finidi George must have, told them that they have league fixtures to negotiate. But I think Manchester United also, maybe that loss last time out was a blip for them. But I see them also bouncing. I think they are the team to beat this season. That's United.
No, it's too early to be honest.
I know. But when Mustard was doing it last season, we were calling it
when you see a team that has the mental fortitude to go far, you would know. We've seen. There was this team. Why do I keep always forgetting their name? But there was a team at a point.
Yeah.
Doma United, yes.
Yeah, Doma United. Yeah.
I remember now. Doma United were one of the best at starting point.
Yeah.
And then second half of the season.
Yeah.
They ended up being relegated.
I think even Shooting Stars last season they were second for I think was it not 6 or 7 weeks.
They were topping Rivers United.
And they were not even losing at home. But then Ikorodu City even finished ahead of them.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. So is there any other fixture that catches your eye when it comes to?
Ikorodu City, Ikorodu City,
Ikorodu City.
It's a fortress for Ikorodu City. Now they don't have their former coach, the foreigner. Yeah. They already have their former coach who came
who negotiated 3 losses.
So the thing is,
and they got him fired.
No.
What's going on?
Based on sources, he wasn't fired. He tendered his resignation.
Because
and after then, I used to see the man in Surulere because their campus is around Surulere. I think he's also a Lagos boy. I used to see him in Surulere, how he walks around with his car and everything. But this man, after Nuruddin left, they now hired their former assistants. Yeah. What now happened was they now brought that same man, Bright, that took them to the NPFL and resigned. Yeah. They brought him as the technical director. I was like, you're going to be doing something conflicting. Bright was your former coach. You turned him into your technical director. And now you're bringing somebody who also has his own ego to become head coach. How do you want both of them to work? So now the foreigner has left, possibly going back to Shooting Stars to meet his former boss, Nuruddin.
Yeah, and Shooting Stars is also a team that
5 games
in transition.
5 games on the bounce, they haven't lost.
All right, interesting. Now, what will happen is that we'll open the phone numbers. It's been a long time we receive calls, yeah? But today we're going to be receiving calls a little bit later in the show. But just you see the phone numbers just across your screen there, 0201 635 2011 and 635 2012. That's it across the screen. Just save it. It will get to your calls a little bit later. We'll have the time, 10-15 minutes, and we'll just focus on calls. Now let's head over to the Champions League. The Champions League is back because we'll get to European leagues when we're taking your call. But let's focus on the Champions League. The 2 major matches. Let's start with Liverpool. Liverpool will be up against Real Madrid. And okay, the reason I wish that we had known the score. Well, they're playing today. Liverpool will be playing today. They'll be, you understand? They'll be up against Aston Villa, which is quite big. But at least we know they're carrying 6 losses. If Aston Villa needs 7, that's bad. Up onto the chance with Real Madrid.
That's giving Arsenal COVID.
Okay, so Liverpool against Real Madrid. Liverpool are out of sorts. As when this season started and the money was splashed, everybody thought I'll come on. There's most of the point apart from me. I was shouting.
I remember Afi saying that they have money now. They are on good standing with FFP. Yeah. So they should continue signing. But they didn't distribute the money well.
What is happening now? They're going up against Madrid. They beat Madrid last season. By the way, they played against Madrid in the stage. But now they don't even look like they can beat Levante itself. Not going to beat Madrid.
They beat Madrid with even one of Madrid's current players. That's talking about Trent. But right now, I think it's not even about maybe how they spent the money. Maybe that the investment has not given them the result. Yes, it's understandable. But will you fault that investment at the time they were spending the money?
I will.
No, because Keke was performing for Bournemouth.
Okay.
Maybe the Frimpong one was questionable. A lot of people didn't see or they didn't read or I don't know, didn't follow the fact that he played as a right winger under Xabi Alonso's system last season.
Right wing
and you brought him to come and fulfill a role of somebody you were complaining that wasn't doing well defensively. It's not as if Frimpong is not better than Trent defensively.
Yeah,
defensively, where Trent is having issues, Frimpong is not better than Trent defensively. I think the only thing Frimpong has over Trent is pace. You can't cross like Trent.
Not at all.
You can't deliver long balls like Trent. You can't pass like Trent.
It's a downgrade.
It's not a like for like signing in my opinion. Keke on the other side also is showing his defensive frailties. For a 34 or 33-year-old Robertson to still be knocking on the door, I don't think they should have allowed Tsimikas to leave the club as well. So I think all around, I would just question
Decision-making.
and slots decision making. Then the obvious one, the Ekitike and the Isak one, right?
Pick one.
Even Soboslai last season was performing, and he brought it into this season. Maybe it didn't start well last season. He brought it into this season. You took him to go and play right back
because there was no
because
Conor Bradley.
you were testing a theory. That theory did not work. Put him back to his role. Nobody's saying a 160 million pound signing should not sit on the bench. Nobody's saying that. If you want to win, you have to take both steps, right? And Ekitike, Isak now, they said he has not had good preseason. It's been 3 months. Nobody's going to wait for you. And Ekitike came in and hit the ground running.
He's not new to the league, so I don't think there should be any time for adaptation or whatever. Play the ball to his feet.
Of course. If you are coming from Newcastle, there's no time for adaptation. Just like Ebereze as well. There's no time for adaptation. You've played there.
Ebere did not have preseason with Arsenal, and he slotted in right away.
Exactly. So for Liverpool against Real Madrid, the issue now is this. Psychologically, it's going to affect Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right? Liverpool is Liverpool. Yes, any day of the week. But psychologically, it's going to affect them because this is 6 out of 7 games that they've lost, 4 in a row in the Premier League.
You know, you've been talking about the formation. Let's take a look at what we expect, the expected lineup for Liverpool while we're talking about our formation. And you mentioned Vets, you mentioned Frimpong. Frimpong is injured, so he probably will not be playing. But there's been talk about Kekes, and he's, with his left side, Van Dijk. That's where Van Dijk plays. There's been talk about that disconnect between Kekes and Van Dijk. And it seems like even Klopp himself, Slot, doesn't even know his best or his first 11.
Sometimes I feel Slot's defense is countrymen.
Countrymen, really?
Yeah, because Van Dijk is his countryman. Of course, these are questions that Mike and I were discussing before we came on the show. Like, why is nobody looking at Van Dijk's defensive frailties?
Yeah.
If they want to talk, he's the best defender in the league. Nobody's arguing.
I will argue.
You can't be against Chelsea, Mike. When Caicedo was running a defense, what are you pointing to and where are you running to?
Show me.
And you are expecting the left back to come and cover somebody in the middle. I think Van Dijk, I don't want to say he has lost it, but I think he's past it for me.
But let's take a closer look at this lineup here. Do you think that this is the best lineup that they have? McAllister seems like he has been off form.
He's been a shadow of himself this season. Yeah.
Just 2 seasons
like
good.
He has been off form. Szoboszlai. Of course, there's Szoboszlai.
One of the better players.
Yeah,
He's inconsistent though.
You think with Ekitike, for me, of course, Ekitike over Isak well.
Yeah.
Ekitike started the season well.
Yeah.
Is this Liverpool's best formation, as it were, with, of course, Bradley and Kekes? Maybe Robertson, but Robertson is not at the peak. It's like there's problems everywhere. Can you pick Liverpool's best? Is it possible to know Liverpool's best 11?
And it's not as many difficult. But for me, if we are going to just seek opinions here, I think it's high time to start Chiesa. He needs to play from the start. Fine, he's been the super sub. Yeah. But I think he needs to play from the start. And the bold decision of letting Salah sit on the bench.
No, you can't do that. You cannot.
But Cody Gakpo has been showing in recent times that he can play. So there are options up front.
Okay,
right?
so why don't you think that...
play Chiesa in the 10 or something.
Why don't you think that swapping roles for Vert should be possible? If you put Vert on the left-hand side of the forward line.
If you put Vert on the left-hand side of the forward line,
it could work.
Then Cody Gakpo has to, come from the bench. No, because in terms of scoring crucial goals,
I know Cody's good. Cody's
of course, and he's been scoring for them. He's been one of the better players, to be honest.
But why not bring somebody else that has?
How about Yongumua? No, the boys' light is fading. It's fading, and this was their best player in preseason.
You're not
give him chances.
You're not Doman.
He's better than Max Taumann. He's better than Max Taumann.
Okay. You know what? At this time at the beginning of the season, were we thinking about bringing a youngster to rescue Liverpool's season? No. So the problem now is...
But they are looking like they need a youngster to rescue them.
A youngster cannot come in a team that is, is in disarray.
Yeah. So terrible disarray, because Salah, of course, is he winning?
He misses the Trent passes.
Okay. I thought I wanted to mention Diogo Jota.
No, Mikel said something during the game. I was like, you cannot attribute this.
Can't.
He's playing football now. Was he not scoring before? He was scoring now. So what are you saying?
You can't. And he's not the only one affected. I know we deal with it differently, but he's not the only one affected. Ruben Neves is scoring goals now, and that's his best friend.
He's turning up for national team. So what's the
thing? I know.
Salah's close to Diogo, but bless Jota.
Bless Jota.
I think that
you don't reach how many months now. Nobody's
looking for excuses. When you won 5 straight matches, say, Liverpool is playing bad, then they're winning. That means that's the hallmark of champions. When they pick up and they start playing.
Someone said it was the spirit of Jota that was helping them with the red goals. But now, what will happen?
All right. Then let's talk about Madrid. Of course, Madrid, of course, coming off
the El Clasico win.
The El Clasico.
Yeah.
Defeated Barcelona. They are on the high now. Of course, we know what happened with Yamal and everything, but they are on the high. And as it stands now, Xabi Alonso, they spoke about the difference between Xabi Alonso and Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti was more expressive. He would let the players do their own thing. Yeah. But Xabi Alonso looks like he's more rigid. He wants the players to play in a system. He wants them to all defend well, and put all of that, So at this time, he said what they are saying is that, look, we didn't do all these things and we won everything.
Yeah.
How much more now? We don't need to do this to win. And they said it's causing some friction, but they are still on top. Now they'll be up against Liverpool. You think that Liverpool can put up anything or bring up anything against, what Madrid are at the moment?
I think one thing that Real Madrid players can show is that regardless of what the manager is saying, they can win games themselves with the quality they have. I mean, look at Bellingham since he came back. He's been solid. I'm sure. Look at that assist for Mbappe's goal. Yeah. I mean, and speaking of Mbappe, that's going to be a tougher test. That the toughest test, yes, for Liverpool's defense this season, facing a spirited Kylian Mbappe. If he's going to run at you for 90 minutes, I want to see how Van Dijk is going to negotiate that one alongside Konate. Like I said, as I was saying, the likes of Bellingham, the likes of Adagula. I mean, these are players that, when the going is not really going well for them, they can negotiate at the result. So for me, I think Xabi Alonso, yes, he's been more rigid, and just like Mike was saying, I think it's Rodrigo that is leading that charge. That he was not tough like this on that Carlo. I was playing.
If you have come to Arsenal, if you knew.
I was playing on that Don Carlo.
Okay, but now look at
look
at Masantuano. There, people are talking about Masantuano and
that should be Rodrigo's position.
That should be Rodrigo's position, and then of course Hendrik. Who is looking like he's going to Lyon and all of that, But Adagula was also expected to play in that position, but now it's like he has fashioned Adagula into a Modric kind of.
Yeah, he said at the beginning of season.
Modric kind of.
He said at the beginning of season he wants to put him in a Toni Kroos kind of position, and Adagula can actually give you those passes.
So Adagula is there. Yeah. Valverde will play by this side, and there's Jude Bellingham, who I feel is the most important person in that team. I don't know what anybody else will say. When that guy is on song, as much as Mbappe is the one that gives the goal, but you see Jude Bellingham,
he's a complete package.
If you don't service Mbappe, then the Madrid team would of course die, because during the game against FC Barcelona, you could see that the passes were going centrally, and Mbappe was
but speaking of services now, they don't have to come through the middle, because if that man on the right hand side, the right back, if he's going to play that game, Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know what he can do with those passes, and Mbappe loves those balls where he can run through.
I see something from Mbappe, like just one touch shot. No striker get time.
Nah.
One touch. Adam has a good reach. He go first control. Mbappe, anything.
Look at that goal in the World Cup final. Come on.
One touch.
So with this lineup, with this expected lineup and all of that, what do you think happens on that day? Liverpool versus Madrid, what happens?
It's not negotiable.
Madrid will be there.
Of course. Unless they pack the bus.
Liverpool cannot.
As an Anfield, no be 3-0 and then chop midweek.
They don't beat them.
The spirit of Anfield is not anything.
It's not anything at the moment, yes.
Come on.
It is the players that need to turn up if they want to do something.
But Liverpool can't pack the bus. They don't even have they don't have the ingredients to pack bus.
And they'll probably have to come in if they want to pack the bus. There's no DM in their midfield.
That is another question. I don't know why Wataru is not playing. I don't know why he's not playing. Is he suddenly now too old to run around?
Mental football that they played last season with Salah and this right back playing is not working anymore, because Frimpong himself plays more higher and he doesn't do the creative passes. Yes. What he does is cross or cut back. Yeah. But Salah has not enjoyed, or let me say, has not probably gotten used to that style. And most times when you see Salah, when he's frustrated, he likes to shoot from outside. He doesn't go straight into the nest.
Someone is saying Salah should start playing in the 10.
All right. Okay. Well, let's move away from that now. For me, like I said, except something strange happens, it's a Madrid win, no doubt. Let's look at the second match. And for me, match of the round, if everybody's fit, PSG versus Bayern Munich. Oof. For me, this is Bayern Munich's first test this season. But the thing is not a test. Let's not even start there. Okay. If Bayern win 34 straight, Bundesliga is not a test. The closest person, which was Leverkusen, they've left. Then Xabi Alonso,
they don't spoil the team.
But so let's just leave them.
PSG gave them 7 last time out.
Exactly, Okay, but you know what happens here? We'll take a very short break, right? We'll take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to preview PSG versus Bayern Munich. Welcome back. It's the beautiful game. Now, just before we took a time out, now we're talking PSG versus Bayern Munich, which for me is the biggest game in club football at the moment. Not just the week. I mean, look, who are the two best teams in the world at the moment?
It's PSG and Bayern Munich. I mean,
well, I don't know. Okay, well, maybe not.
Arsenal,
maybe,
right?
but okay,
Arsenal,
but there are two
right?
of the top 5 teams in the
Of
world,
course,
or top 6, because two of the top 5 teams in the world.
Saying that
yes, it's Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal, we cannot take it away from them. Barcelona,
Yes,
Madrid,
Yeah.
we cannot take it away from them. But PSG will be up against Bayern Munich. I can't, like, that night, I can just say Asunde, some kind of thing that your cross my leg, I'm telling you, I'll cross my leg, put it on the screen, I'll put the other ones for small screen. This has to be the match.
It's a popcorn game.
This has to be the match.
Yeah.
If Dembele is coming back, so maybe by then you don't enter a leg. Hopefully never win. Kvaratskhelia, Bakula, only Due that might be injured. That might be out.
That final course is
What are your expectations, PSG versus Bayern Munich?
Well, I expect it to be like a firecracking game. Attack from both.
Attack, no defense.
It's only if, as a neutral, I want to see, outscore yourself. I don't want a dominant game. I want both of them,
It can't be nobody. For me, I don't think anybody will dominate the other person.
If they are being too tactical, then one person might be on top. Okay, I think it should be like the game against Barcelona and Inter Milan last season, where you never expected what to come from the game. And even if it's going to be like a dominant one, then why not let it be like Real Madrid versus Arsenal? So that's the kind of game we want. Both sides coming in. Maybe one time might be unfortunate not to score goals despite they are playing well, another fortunate to score goals.
I want
Google show.
He's sure.
Of course, I don't hear Google show.
Over 2.5. He's sure for this match.
Google show. PSG's goalkeeper Lucas Chevalier has been shaky. very, very shaky. And on that game too.
International, to be honest.
Yeah, and there's an exciting matchup in that game. Michael Olise against Nuno Mendes. I think
one will cancel each other.
You know what I'm talking about? Let's take a look at PSG lineup first. For me, Nuno Mendes should be in a big shout for the Ballon d'Or. That is a player that is not even about, because I've always mentioned about football's attacking bias.
For next season, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Moving for last season now.
That guy is the best player back in the world.
So when he shot down Salah, like Salah don't lose form.
Saka.
He moved to Saka. He moved, where else did he move?
Lamine.
Lamine was this season now.
He catch Lamine for
Nations League.
Nations League. He just
But what would you say? What's locking? Because if when they had gone past him, they had scored their own goals, you will not say it's locking. No, you get. Locking is subjective.
It is very. We understand, but we know that on his own, at different times, we've seen him. There are times when his tackles, his interceptions.
He's giving Alphonso
He has
Davies
a high percentage. Yes.
2020.
Yeah. Pick Alphonso Davies.
Yeah.
And then he's now attacking well. He don't score.
You know, when they brought him to
assists.
PSG from Sporting, a lot of people were criticizing. They were criticizing that why you bringing this small boy? What was it? Because he was making errors.
I think it was 18 or 19.
Yes, boy, he has developed now. Nobody can challenge him to that left back. Even in Portugal, Rafael Guerreiro cannot do anything.
That's no
this midfield, is any midfield better than Vitinha, Neves, and Fabian Ruiz?
Well, if it was a Barcelona's midfield that was, without injuries, that they might be going head to head. Pedri, Jorginho, and Dani Olmo, they might be going at it. But PSG's midfield, they are very consistent. Anybody can
look at our African best, Hakimi.
No, that's also like, I don't think, arguably maybe the best right back in the world too. Achraf Hakimi, fantastic.
There's no arguable Baba inside.
He's the best now.
He's the number one. No one.
How about Koundé?
PSG have
you don't reach out.
No. See, PSG have both.
Julian Timber?
No. Okay, for this season.
Timber called Caliban.
Okay, so see. Okay, listen.
No, Timber is fantastic.
We don't reach Hakimi.
Timber is good.
Wait till we.
Defensively, Timber is better than Hakimi.
Wait till we.
Okay, so the thing is,
you see this thing.
When you
win this thing, player for player, right?
When you want to balance play, when you want to balance play, going forward, coming back, Hakimi is number one. But when you want to do a thing of who's
only defense. No, I would not pick Hakimi if it's just based on just defense. But this Timber
Hakimi is not even bad defensively.
Timber, do you know they call Timber for this country?
No, they call being
back to back, one of the best in Premier League.
No, they call Timber inside.
Okay, let's come back to this. So Hakimi, fantastic, and that defensive perimeter is underrated. William Pacho is solid. Marquinhos is 29. I can't believe it's been like it's been there forever. Then Nuno Mendes, obviously. I think that issue is still with Lucas Chevalier, and the questions are still coming for Luis Enrique that you shouldn't have let Donnarumma leave, because it's showing that Chevalier is a class below Donnarumma. But that midfield, when they are fit, solid. you don't know who's at the base, you don't know who's on the left or the right.
They just
you can see Neves in between.
January is coming.
And they just move.
And Fabian Ruiz and that attack. I know they will miss this Redure. Bradley Bacola needs to work on his finishing as well. Kvaratskhelia, come on, man.
When did he enter that guy here?
You know
that guy that would when he wants to play. And that's the thing about exactly. Sometimes he's very anonymous, but the day it enters that guy's head,
he will create for you.
I'm telling you, he will be coming up against Kimmich, and Kimmich also is a fantastic right back. Let's move out to Bayern now. Upamecano, as he looks like a man revitalized. That defense is actually doing so well.
Maybe because of his Bundesliga.
Yeah, his partnership with Jonathan. They play in the Champions League too now. His partnership with Jonathan Tah as well, and the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, evergreen.
He doesn't want to get.
I think the issue with Bayern now is on that left back position. Davies is out currently at the moment. Konrad Laimer is there too. Then in that midfield they have Pavlovic, who is also been fantastic. They don't look like they are missing Jamal Musiala. Actually, no. They don't look like they are missing Musiala because Olise has even stepped in as a 10. Then Gnabry also doing well. I think both teams right now, just like you guys said, there's no defense. It's attack for attack, right? And it's going to serve up goals.
So I think if everybody's looking, if both teams are looking at who make mistake first, then they won't see many goals. But if both teams are daring, then I think we've got something.
And you can't leave Harry Kane inside your box.
No, Harry Kane does not even need to be in the box for them to score. Harry Kane comes to the midfield to make the ball for himself.
I think that Bayern team, they will serve up a big test for PSG, and PSG also a very, very big test for Bayern Munich. So for me, I think I see goals. There's goal just like Mike
anybody
said,
that wants
because
to
of the goalkeeper.
Anybody that wants to face PSG must know something. They will score you more than one goal, and if you get a chance, score. That is what killed Barcelona.
You know this funny tactic that they have? If they pass first, they kick the ball to the throw-in so that they are on you straight away.
Pressure.
That pressure is on you straight away. They kick the ball to Vitinha does that. When the ball comes to Vitinha, he kicks it to the other side's throw-in. So as you are taking time to
rush you,
throw the ball, they're already on you. That's PSG's tactics, and it's working for them. So if everybody is fit,
this is going to be a match that will give us goals. This will be blockbuster,
of course.
And it's happening. I think it's happening on the same night Liverpool and Madrid.
No, at the same time.
Laptop.
Get your popcorns ready. Your soon, like Mike said.
We'll enjoy it. So, what's your prediction? Who takes this?
3-2 victory for PSG.
For PSG,
I think PSG is going to revenge that 2020 Champions League final. I think
for group stage,
this is not even group stage.
But this is going to be the first major test for Bayern Munich.
Of course. They will be going into that game 15 games unbeaten. Should they win this weekend, they're playing Leverkusen at Allianz Arena. So that will be 15 games, 15 wins going into that game. I think it might potentially be their first loss of the season. Potentially.
Okay. All right, PSG versus Bayern Munich. That is the fixture that will hold us down when it comes to the Champions League. We'll take a very short time out now. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. When we get back, we're looking at EuroLeague. We're going to give you some betting predictions. You investors, get out, get ready. And at the same time, the phone lines will be open. All right, welcome back. This is The Beautiful Game. And we're going to take a look. We're going to wrap up our run through Europe, take a look at the leagues. Let's just get straight into it. Let's open the phone lines. You can call in while we're giving the prediction and let us know about the clubs, your clubs, and how you think they perform. Let's start with the Bundesliga. Yeah. So we're right here at the Bundesliga. That's talking about the Bundesliga fixtures. And of course, one has already been played. Borussia Dortmund already beat FC Augsburg. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, guys. The rest of the fixtures. Let's start from this particular one, and let's see how it goes. With Werder Bremen versus FC Mainz. Yeah. FSV Mainz.
I think this should be like maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2. There should just be like a straight draw for me.
1-1,
Victor Boniface hasn't impressed with Werder Bremen. Okay. So I think it might just be like a 1-1 or a 2-2.
Okay. Leipzig versus Stuttgart. These teams are two of the best teams in the Bundesliga even this season.
Yeah. It's more like a rebuilding for them because of what happened last season, and they've lost some of their top players. The one that's gone to Spurs hasn't done anything. So I really think their home form, being in front of their home fans, should support them. A 2-0 victory won't be bad, but sometimes they tend to let it late.
Who gets it to? Of
course, Leipzig.
You want to give it to Leipzig?
They are home.
I think go. I think I'll.
That's what I said. Sometimes maybe both teams won't be bad.
I think both teams will score.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So you be like 99.
All right. Let's see. Union Berlin will be up against Freiburg. Let's go very fast over the Bundesliga.
Yeah. Also, I think a straight win for Union. Yeah. They have one of the best young players in the league. St. Pauli against Gladbach. This one is going to be a strong fixture. I will call it St. Pauli win because Gladbach have been very, very, very poor.
Pauli themselves have, you know,
they are inconsistent.
Okay, let's take a call. Let's take a call. Hello, Jeep from Lagos.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, talk to us.
Hello.
Yeah.
Man U.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
PSG versus Bayern.
We finished that one now.
They'll draw. 3-3.
No draw.
PSG versus Bayern, 3-3, they'll draw.
3-3. Clock it. Clock it. Chaka, if that happens, you call next week, we'll give you a prize. If that should happen, we'll give you a prize. Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you very much. Okay. St. Pauli, Borussia, the Mönchengladbach.
I think St. Pauli will take that one. Arsenal against Frankfurt. Frankfurt, they can concede, but they can also win.
Then this one.
Yeah. Then this one. I mean,
Bayern straight win.
Bayern straight win.
I think Bayern will win.
Cologne versus Hamburger.
Cologne, Hamburg. I think Hamburg.
Hamburg will take it there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get straight. Just close it there. Let's move on to the Italian Serie A here. Let's get to see what is happening.
This will be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get to view these particular fixtures here. Quite interesting here.
Nigerian derby there.
Okay. Udinese versus Atalanta, like you mentioned. Maduka Okoye against Ademola.
And there's also this boy, Honest Ahano, this 17-year-old. He's Nigerian. He's not Italian yet.
I think it's playing for Atalanta.
It's one of their best defenders this season. So hopefully we'll see it one day in Super Eagles. Then it's a game that Atalanta should definitely be.
Atalanta?
Yeah.
Okay, you will not leave the game. Straight win?
Yeah, I think Lukman should continue his scoring streak against the Koreans.
But this is going to be the match.
That's the match of the weekend. Yeah.
You know, apprentice against his own, against his own boss.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a game where Como need to show superiority in terms of why they've defeated Juve, why they've defeated one of the best teams in Italy. So just do it. There's nothing intimidating about the Maradona Stadium.
All right. Gideon is on the line very fast. Let's take Gideon so that we can head over to the EPL. Gideon, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Go ahead, talk to us.
My prediction for Manchester United, Nottingham Forest.
What's it? Let's clock it.
4-1.
Yeah? For who?
Sesko 2 goals.
It says Sesko 2 goals.
Sesko? Wow. You're a Man U fan? Gideon, are you a Man U fan?
Yes, sir.
Gideon, you don't add weight. The way you're talking, there's joy in your voice. I don't like when Man U fans are happy. You just say happy.
You just say to win 3 games for one.
Thank you very much, Gideon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gideon. Let's get very fast. I'll get to the EPL. Inter takes that one. That's the problem for me. I think Fiorentina take this one. That's no problem.
It's dicey.
But I'll give it to Torino. You understand?
And Parma against Bologna.
Just Bologna. 4 goals over 1.5.
I think Bologna will
and I'll give it to Bologna for that one. Exactly.
The Parma side that is defensive.
All right. Okay. Let's start that. Let's see how much time we have.
More than enough for them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Maybe let's rush up La Liga. Okay. We have Jarvis. Jarvis here. Jarvis, go ahead. Talk to us.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
We're doing very good, Jarvis. How are you? How are you doing?
Happy weekend.
Same to you. All right. So talk to us.
Okay. Let me talk about Man U, Nottingham Forest.
Oh yeah, very fast. Go ahead.
Man U straight winning because of the form they have.
You are a Man U fan?
Yes. Then Como Napoli. Straight draw.
If this thing happen, I will go back to this team. Chaka for you. Thank you very much. All right, this has already happened there. Let's get very fast to this one. I think this goes for Barcelona.
Of course.
That will not be a problem.
And
this goes for Madrid. That will not be a problem. Any other
this
thing?
One is a
dicey one.
Even
the Sociedad Atletico.
Yeah. This is a derby. This is a derby.
But the Basque derby.
This is a derby as well.
1.5. Me, I will say under 3.5.
There are always goals.
All right, now let's see. Let's wrap up with the EPL. Just close that. Let's get straight into this one. This is where a number of people are talking about, and that is, of course, the EPL. Let's take a look at what we have here to wrap up the show. And we'll look at the fixtures. There's no early fixture this afternoon.
Yeah.
4 p.m. just please.
4 p.m.
All right, wonderful. But let's go with it now. And we have here Burnley versus Arsenal.
2-0 win for Arsenal.
He's even giving the score like
2-0 win.
I know it's going to be tough.
Concede.
It's going to be tough. But
this one will go easy.
No, it's the derby now.
Of course, these are the last 2 teams that defeated Liverpool. So, I mean, it's a Liverpool derby.
Mateta goal and Igor, what's his name again?
Igor Thiago.
This man, I don't like this thing, the way they are doing it. This is not draw.
This is Iwobi against Tolu. I think there will be a 1.5 here too.
I think Fulham need to stop.
And they are both struggling.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Fulham
17
But for me,
against 28.
yes, for me, for the fact that it's a derby, these are the two biggest matches. But this would also Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea.
You can't call that. You
Nah,
can't call
it's
that.
actually very dicey.
Because Chelsea are not at the.
You don't know what Chelsea's side will turn up.
Exactly.
Both teams will definitely concede.
And if Chelsea finishes 11 men, maybe they can get a win. But then they can get a red, and the game might switch in
Over
Tottenham's
5.5
favor.
yellow card.
It's not even about goals this time. It's a yellow card.
Just put red.
Straight red card. Put that there on Chelsea.
Straight red.
Put your life saving on top.
Maresca will get red card.
If you put your inheritance on top, anytime you hear tossing at Mike, I beg, it's not me. I didn't say anything, no. But red card. Sure for this game.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this Liverpool against Aston Villa. Is this going to be 7 in a row?
I think Liverpool want to become the
This
team
will
in terms of
be the
keeping their
game.
players.
Yeah, this will be the game where.
Aston Villa will go out all out.
But I think this might be the game where Liverpool might just remind their fans that they are still like one of the best in England. So I think Liverpool they'll get back to winning ways against Aston Villa, who have also not been so consistent. I think Liverpool. I'm going for my exclusive, like I drop almost every weekend. Liverpool will take this one.
In your mind that Liverpool to win is unexpected.
How the mighty are falling.
And in fact, West Ham up against Newcastle.
Newcastle United.
Newcastle. I mean, they are on the
It's
up. They are on the up, and Nuno has not.
It's sure for them,
West Ham.
Abi.
Yeah, they're on the
It's sure
up.
for
They're
them.
doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take the
City against. This is a tough game.
Okay.
This is a tough game.
This will
City
wrap up the
against
weekend.
Bournemouth, yeah. And Sunderland, Everton, Sunderland straight win.
All right. Let's look at that just in a bit while you are giving that exclusive there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at the last matches. Yeah. Manchester City up against Bournemouth, and then of course this one you have. Yeah, let's see.
This will be tough. I know it's
this is tricky for Newcastle.
Of course.
Okay.
This will be very, very tough.
This will be tough. You know,
so I think I'll just go with goals.
You know, give Man City.
No, Bournemouth can be good.
Oh yeah,
I'll give it
1.5. All right, we'll wrap up with this one. Sunderland Everton.
Sunderland straight win.
Stadium of Light. Yeah, good to go.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. And it's been a wonderful show, all right? Of course, the Champions League, like we said, we'll look at all of that. We'll see how all of that would play out. And, of course, the EPL, then we're getting set for playoffs when it comes to the World Cup. We will know in the space of 3 days, between 13th
you will
and
know
16th.
the squad will be out, don't worry.
The squad will be out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Thank you so much, Hafiz. We'll see you next week. And thank you for all of those who, of course, were part of the show by giving your calls. Those of you who gave these calls, if it's incorrect, call in next week. We'll have a wonderful time. See you next week. Bye-bye.